Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Carla, also known as LittleFitDevil, and today I am going to be reviewing a fixed blade knife that I'm very excited about, and I know you guys are as well, because honestly, I have not seen many reviews of this knife out there. However, people seem to think it's a pretty cool one. So here it is, guys. This is the Shrapnel 1 from Extrema Ratio. Please don't call this company Extrema Ratio. This is an Italian brand, so the name is Extrema Ratio. And I love it. I don't know if it's the 50% Italian in me, but the truth is I have a sort of positive relationship with Italian steels and Italian blades. So I love this one, and there's a lot for me to say about it. So let's get started. As you know, I'm a fan of all black knives. That's, just said here. This is a great looking fixed blade knife, but it is as great looking as it can actually be functional. So this knife actually is meant to be a multi-purpose knife. That's sort of the design of it. However, this can perform so well in an outdoor environment to the point that whatever activity you can think of in an outdoor environment, this knife will be good for. So I actually have heard someone commenting on an Instagram picture I took with this knife, saying that looks like a tactical chef knife. I couldn't agree more. It is pretty much exactly that. So this would be amazing for food prep, if you go camping for a long time and you are going to be really working the knife in a lot of food prep scenarios, to the point that, I've seen people stir water with it. The sky's the limit when it comes to how to use a knife. But I think that was interesting what I saw on the internet not too long ago. There's also an amazing functionality when it comes to bushcrafting activities, potentially doing some batoning and, feathering. Anything that has to be related to the bushcraft activities, this will perform very, very well. So it's a very good companion for sort of that outdoor experience that could potentially turn into, a tactical environment, a multi-purpose sort of environment where you will need a knife like this. So let's talk specs, and then I will hone in a few details because, again, there's a lot of good qualities for this knife. Let's start with the weight. The weight is 10 ounces. So it's actually, it feels a little heavy. Again, I have small hands, I'm lightweight, but it feels good. So 10 ounces, not too bad. That equals to 285 grams. Then the blade length, it's 6 inches, and the handle length is actually 5.6 inches for an overall length of 11.6 inches. That is blade length of 160 millimeters, handle length of 142 millimeters, overall length of 293 millimeters. Overall, I think really great distribution. I really like it. It's almost about 50-50, not quite, but it feels really comfortable in the hand. I don't see, a lot of heaviness really on the offset of the blade. I think it actually is a pretty nicely distributed knife. Now, let's talk about let's start with the blade, because it is really super interesting. So you guys can see this blade is actually thick. It's actually a 1/4 inch thick. This equates to 6.3 millimeters, but you can see that it actually thins at the end, which it really makes that such a nice little feature over there. There is some jimping, kind of aggressive jimping right here. There's also aggressive jimping right here, which makes it really comfortable when you are probably performing cuts that require a little bit more pressure. What else on the blade? As you can see, black coated. It has some really cool details. So first of all, let's start with Made in Italy right here at the top, Extrema Ratio, really big out there so that you know who made the knife. And then you have the steel style. This is a 58 HRC with a stainless steel cobalt. It's an N690, which, what a great choice for this kind of knife, right? It is going to allow for some great corrosion resistance. It's going to allow for some great wear, honestly, on the blade. It's going to allow for easiness of sharpening. So honestly, it's going to be a good one overall, really, especially in the use for the blade. Now, let's gonna stop there for me to say something here. So a lot of people were saying that this knife potentially is too expensive, right, for this kind of activities. Well, why? The blade is why, really, and honestly, the overall material choices. So this company, Extrema Ratio, is well known because of their material choices. They're all very high quality. And there is a very popular knife by them. It is the Psycho 15. What a great name. Which is actually pretty similar to this with the exception of a few features like the jimping. But a great knife that people really like. And this knife is $239. Again, great quality materials. Is it worth it? Hey, I think so. If you are one of those people that kind of go out there and, really use a knife, and you really need to have a knife that you can really beat up, but also know that it's going to perform and it's not going to give you a hard time and it's not going to, show the signs of that beating, I feel like this one is a pretty good one. And it's also for a fixed blade that's meant for outdoor use. It's good looking. Look at it. It's amazing. Okay, let's go to the handle. So the handle, it's interesting. And I received a lot of questions after that post on Instagram because a lot of people may think that this doesn't have great ergos. I don't see an issue. Again, I have small hands. I kind of feel like this rectangular sort of portion here fits my first two fingers, and I don't see an issue with it, honestly. I don't know how it would do for bigger hands, but this material is also incredibly comfortable. So this one is actually a polymer, but it is called a Forprene. So it's really like a thermoplastic rubber, which is something that they use in the Extrema Ratio knives. And it feels nice, it's smooth, and it's comfortable. So, hey, I don't have anything bad to say about the handle. Now, there's also a very cool lanyard hole right there, which also serves as a glass breaker, which is very, very cool. Right there, you see it. So I think they really were able to include so many cool things into this knife. I did forget to mention that the steel type is actually mil-spec. So, I mean, this black coating is what the mil-spec is. And I love it. I absolutely love the design elements on the knife and all the features on it, really. I really don't want to miss anything because there's so much here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and talk about the sheath. So the sheath is actually called a Cordura sheath. And really what it does is have some pretty incredible flexibility to it. So there's a lot of MOLLE attachments that will allow you to really customize this to whatever you want. There's clips on the back, there's additional clips on the side. There's also clips here. This can actually be changed so you can actually have a left or right hand deployment, as well as, a whatever organization you would like to, if you would like to use this in a belt, or if you actually would like to attach this to a MOLLE vest or backpack. I love MOLLE, maybe because of my military years. I do think there's such a good purpose and how everything really works together when you have different kind of MOLLE materials and MOLLE products. So this one's great. This is where, so let me show you really quick. So this is where you would actually clip your knife so it would actually stay in place. You can actually do it on both sides, so depending on your right or left handed preference. There's also an interesting feature on this sheath. So you guys can see on the sides, this is actually not stitched on the side. There is like what I think it's a hard foam insert. And it's a great feature because if you think about the use of the knife and how you're gonna really put it in and out mostly while you're performing, activities in the field, it might actually damage the stitching. So this would actually give it a little bit more security. Such well thought out product, overall, really. The entirety of this design with the sheath and the product, I feel like, honestly, I'm impressed. I'm surprised that is so good. And I honestly can't wait to really test it out. a little more. If you guys want to pick this one out, actually this is a Lamia store exclusive. The black blade is, and I feel like that's one of the best features. So I will put the links in the description of this knife, as well as their Instagram page. What an amazing knife. I don't have anything else to say. I want to make sure I covered it all, but I think I did. So you guys know that you can follow me on Instagram if you'd like. I provide a little bit more lifestyle content over there. I also have a Patreon and a Teespring store, and I am working on some memberships here on YouTube now that I have finally been monetized. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. In the meantime, you can, continue to watch my videos. There's a ton of content out there and a bunch of playlists if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. I will see you soon in another knife review. In the meantime, I hope you're having a great day.